Kwaku from Ghana. Pastor, how does one overcome masturbation?
Firstly, it's a thing of the mind you've allowed, which has become a habit now to you, I'm sure. It's a problem to you. Is first stop it. And you have the power to do that as a child of God. You don't want something, you can stop it. So don't think about it. Don't go in that direction and stop it. And you obviously have a problem with it, and that's why you are needing solution. And the Bible says that God is at work in us, both to will and to do of his good pleasures. And the ability of Christ is in you to stop anything you don't want, and you can. If you don't want it, you stop it.
It's very that simple. The question is, how does one overcome masturbation? The reason you're thinking about overcoming it is because you think it's become a habit for you. It's the way you stop any habit. See, masturbation is not more of a habit than any other habit. Okay, so once you make up your mind, you want to break a particular habit, you do it, you stop it, you just stop it by getting your mind to think of something else. In fact, the way you destroy a habit is to replace that habit with another habit. That is the habit of not doing it. See, but there's something I would like to bring to your mind that may be of help to you, because the reason you want to stop this is because of what you think it is. If you were in the habit of playing football, you probably wouldn't ask us, how can I stop playing football? Because you think there's something wrong with this. All right? So that is where your problem is coming from. But no matter how wrong it is in your mind, get this straight. In itself, it is not a sin against God. Now, I said that for a reason. There are many Christians who think that it's a sin against God, and Satan uses it in oppressing their minds and making them feel ineffective and inefficient in the things of God. But once you get to understand it's got nothing to do with God, it's all about you and your own body, then Satan loses his power to use it to accuse you. All right? So if you don't like it, stop it. But God's got nothing to do with it. It's your own body. Masturbation is about you and your body. And God is not offended by it. He is only offended by any habit that takes a hold of your mind. And if this takes a hold of your mind and dominates you, God is offended by the fact that you let yourself become enslaved by any habit whatsoever. So let's just first of all take the power away from Satan to accuse you when it's got nothing to do with God. In the whole Bible, it doesn't say anything about masturbation. Now somebody may say, what about lasciviousness? What about uncleanness? That's not the meaning of masturbation. But you can have lasciviousness and uncleanness in masturbation, and as well as in many other things that people do. You see, so they're not isolated to masturbation itself. Uncleanness can be something about your mind. Yes. Okay? The thoughts that you bring into your mind. Uncleanness can be having this kind of sexual relationship with an animal. That's uncleanness. In fact, that is more of what the Bible calls uncleanness than anything else. And then homosexualism is uncleanness. That's what God means by uncleanness. These are all the things it talks about. So just be clear that Satan should have no power or dominion over you as far as this is concerned. It can be a dirty habit. It can be a habit you don't like, but it's got nothing to do with God. God's not thinking about it. So you want to stop it like any other thing. And it's always easier to be able to stop things like this when you know God will have no problem with it. As long as you are oppressed by Satan, the same devil will push you to do something and make you believe God's against it so he can use it to condemn you. But once you know God's got nothing to do with it and Satan doesn't have the power to accuse you with it, you find you don't even do it anymore. See, you just don't do it. If you don't like it, it's just over. And you win.